Welcome back to Two Camping Gurus. It's been a while since we've been here because we've been working on some other projects on another channel, but we are back here today and we're going to talk about 6 RV safety items you should have with you whenever you're going camping. Hey, welcome to Two Camping Gurus. If you like camping and the great outdoors, you are in the right place. Alright, so number 1 is, and I've talked about this before, is a first aid kit. It's a must-have, at least a basic first aid kit, with all the things you need for Band-Aids, Neosporin, all that good stuff, just in case you have minor cuts and bruises. If you have room for something bigger, I would definitely encourage it. Number 2 would be a fire extinguisher. And I'm not sure if these are in a particular order, because to me a fire extinguisher is just as important as number 1, I suppose. Definitely have one in there, a kitchen one in your kitchen cooking area, and another basic fire extinguisher. You know, there's a couple different kinds you can get depending on the type of fire that you could possibly have, but I definitely encourage you to have multiple fire extinguishers on board with you when you're camping. Number 3 thing I would suggest having for safety is a GPS system. And the reason why I talk about this is a couple times we've been out camping and not knowing the height of some of the bridges that we're going under. When we are going down some of these roads, it's good to have a GPS system that is set up to tell you about height clearance issues, and typically these are the trucker GPS systems. So your regular GPS that you buy for your common everyday traveler will not usually have that information in there, so be aware. It could take you down a road that is not meant for overheight RVs, or it just has roads that have particularly low bridges. And that system is not necessarily going to know that. Okay, the number 4 item that I would recommend having with you is some sort of emergency signaling system if you were to break down on the side of the road, such as flares or triangles or something like that. So if you're broke down, especially if you're around a corner or over a hill where people may not see you until you get up on top of you, have those placed back at the proper distances so that oncoming traffic or traffic coming up from behind you knows that there's an issue up the road or around the corner. That keeps you safe, keeps them safe, and it's just a good practice to have. Hopefully you'll never have to use them, but if you do need them, you want them with you. Number 5 goes right along with that. If you're going to be out on the side of the road working on your rig, or at least inspecting the situation or changing a tire, have some sort of an emergency vest, an orange high visible vest. They have the ones with tape. We have one. I don't have it with me here now. We have a couple of them, but definitely have that with you. So if you have to get out of the vehicle, especially on high traffic roads, you have a way that you can be spotted easy from a distance, again, to keep you safe and other drivers safe too. And number 6 would be to have some sort of roadside assistance. So if you get yourself in a situation where you can't make the repair, or you can't change the tire, or whatever it might be, cost of these items are relatively inexpensive versus the consequences of not having it. So there's several out there. There's Good Sam, there's AAA that are big ones you hear about a lot. There's some other ones as well. Check into it, do your research, but if you're going to be out RVing and camping and traveling, this is a good idea to have with you a car that you can call to get roadside service, to get you off the road safely or repaired and back on the road enjoying your trip. Alright, so that's 6 things that I think you should always have if you're going out camping. But another thing you can have is to make sure you have yourself a checklist to make sure your tow vehicle and or your camper or RV is ready to hit the road before you go. And one way you can do that, click on the link in the description. It's pretripchecklist.gr8.com, and you can go over there, download my free ebook, as well as the checklist that you can go through your vehicle to make sure it's ready to hit the road and be safe. I'll put a link in the description for that. I'll also put some links in the description about the products that we talked about in this video, that you can swing over to Amazon and pick those up if you're interested, or at least check them out and see if they're right for you. It also is going to help make sure you are ready and safe for the road. Alright, I hope you found that video helpful. If nothing else, at least entertainment. Please take the time to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.